My love of Chinese history and culture inspired me years ago to become a China scholar. Who could have guessed how I'd end up using my knowledge?
So this is your idea of an investment opportunity. These statues, what are they called?
The famous terracotta warriors. Each one modeled after some real person who lived more than 2,000 years ago.
Well, they're certainly dead now.
How many are there?
About 7,000 in all. The Emperor Qin Shi Huangdi spent his whole life building massive underground tombs around here. One is said to even contain a replica of all China in miniature.
Really? Then why isn't that on our itinerary, Mr. Orton?
Well, there's only one problem. That tomb's never been opened. Its entrance is littered with booby traps. The Emperor wanted to make sure that the price of admission to his prized chamber would be death.
Good safety tip?
The place is a wreck. We'll need to invest in some proper lighting. Build some amusement rides to entertain the children. Advertising possibilities, however, are intriguing. Come visit the evil Emperor's Chamber of Death.
All Mr. Harding cares about is money. So don't take anything he says personally. God knows he never does. Warriors, they seem practically alive.
Yes. Sometimes I'm afraid to turn my back on them. Pretty silly, isn't it?
Shh. That's him. It's too late. This world is doomed. Guan Yin. Goddess. Is there still time for the scholar to fulfill his destiny?
Yes. I must find a way to gain his trust. He is our only hope.
And who's that?
Famous Chinese god, the Monkey King.
Why is he trapped underneath that rock?
It's a long story, and in Journey to the West, which is the book that tells of Monkey's adventures, he joins forces with Pigsy, who basically eats his way through the whole adventure, and Friar Sand, who is sincere but not a lot of laughs. And these three defeat scores of monsters to bring Buddha's sacred scrolls back to China. Sorry. Hello? Who? Tonight? Okay, tell them I'll meet them 7:30 at Josen. Well, in the modern world, we all have to make a killing, don't we? So I'd become the cowboy capitalist in the wild, wild East. The Westerner with connections who could make deals happen. Back in college, my greatest joy had been studying Chinese literature and imagining that I would lead expeditions to discover ancient manuscripts. But that was long ago, in another life.
Nick? Nick?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Can you stop for 1 minute thinking about dead Chinese people?
Linda, I'm sorry. I'm just really swamped right
What
now.
else is new?
Hey, come on, give me a break, will you? I've got this insane
Thought you might
deadline
want
for
to
the
know
book.
I've fallen in love with another man.
Mr. Alton? Mr. Alton? 你好嗎, Mr. Alton?
So there I was, waiting to meet some official from the Ministry of Public Works, when I first saw the woman who would take me back to my past.
Stop!
Immeasurable.
Yes, thank you. Forgive me, I was so foolish.
That's why our mothers always told us to look both ways before crossing the street.
Did they? That's good advice. I shall remember it.
Are you sure you were all right?
Yes. Thanks to you, you've risked your life for me.
You should sit down. Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Actually...
I'm waiting for some obnoxious bureaucrat who's late as usual.
Mr. Horton?
know my name?
I am your late appointment, the obnoxious bureaucrat.
Oh.
You can insult me all night, and I will still be grateful. Come, I will buy you a drink.
I think I could use one.
Did I do this? Oh, I'm sorry.
Make it a dry martini, please.
2 martinis, please. Not very wet.
Okay.
So how can I help you? Someone need a job, looking to raise money?
Mr. Alton, this will strike you as extremely
Your
unorthodox.
martinis, Mr. Alton.
2.
I'm sorry.
When was the last time you had a drink?
Oh, it's been thousands of years. Excuse me. It's been thousands of days.
And the next thing you know, this Harding's gonna wanna turn one of the terracotta warriors themselves into a souvenir vending machine. And the sad part is, I'm supposed to negotiate his contract with the authorities. Believe it or not, I used to love Chinese art and literature. But that was a long time ago.
And yet, the love which is true can never really be lost, Mr. Alton.
No, you've had enough.
I had 2.
3.
3.
Listen, you never really told me why you wanted to meet me in the first place.
Right. Your world is in terrible danger, and you are the only person who can save it.
I'm the only... What? Why don't we take a little walk?
Life in your world is so wonderful.
My world? Isn't it your country?
Yes, but it is your world. Look, they're performing Journey to the West. Do you know the story?
Only too well.
You know, the original manuscript has been lost for centuries.
I'm actually pretty familiar with that. In college, I had this theory that Journey to the West is hidden in one of the unopened tombs around here. I even thought that I'd figured out a way to get past the booby traps.
Really? You were a China scholar?
Yeah, well, till one day I woke up and realized that teaching was going to earn me a total of $25,000 a year. So I sold out. Listen, I gotta tell you, I've never had this much fun with a government official before.
Ooh, I'll bet. You say that to all the bureaucrats.
In fact, I've never had this much fun with anyone.
It has been a very long time since anyone has taken care of me the way you have tonight.
How long? Thousands of years?
Yes, thousands of years.
What's going on?
Dear Buddha, it's already starting to happen.
What's starting to happen?
Your world is returning to its past. Look, the clock is turning back. Do you see? Journey to the West is disappearing from your world. They're There's no time to explain. I can take you immediately where we need to go. But only if you trust me.
I trust you. Well, I think I figured out this much. You're not really from the Ministry of Public Works, are you?
Please forgive me. It was the only way I knew to enlist your help.
My help for what? Look, listen, I think you've discovered one of the unexcavated tombs, but do not go in there, do you understand? The entrances are rigged with booby traps!
Now, follow me. Trust me. You alone know how to survive.
Come back!
It's up to you to save her. You're the only person who knows how to survive the booby traps.
That paper you wrote while you were still teaching.
Yes, the 4 Confucian proverbs the Emperor spoke on his deathbed, but how did you know that?
Your discovery gave hope to all creation.
But it was just a theory. If I'm wrong, we could both die in there.
What's wrong? Are you afraid?
Don't you want to see her again? For your world to be saved, a human must enter the tomb.
Hello? Hello? Okay, the 4 proverbs of Confucius. Fear and trembling, as though on the edge of a great abyss! Oh, this was a great idea. All right, easy does it, one step at a time. Proverb, the righteous man is like the north star! Which remains in its place while the lesser stars pay tribute! Remain in place! Remain in place! Remain in place! The gentleman does not rest until he has leapt ahead. Oh, why didn't I do this when I was 20? Take your time. No need to panic. No need to panic. She said, trust me. I hate Emperor Wang Di! Master said, who expects to exit by any other way than the door?
can say is it's about time.
What now? About time for what?
For you to get me out of here. We got work to do.
Where am I? What happened to that girl? And who the hell are you, anyway?
I know most people don't expect the Monkey King to be this handsome.
You're the real Monkey King. I don't know what that bartender put in those martinis.
Oh, you think you're surprised, huh? I can't believe you're the scholar from above.
My name is Nicholas Sword.
The Buddha himself prophesied that the scholar from above would lead an expedition down here to find the lost manuscript. That's how your world gets saved. It was such a great plan, which you completely messed up.
Why does my world need to be saved?
Oh, you haven't noticed, huh? It's starting to fall apart. Buildings disappearing, clocks running backwards. Buddha's sake.
All right. First things first, where am I?
You're inside the Emperor Huangdi's underground tomb where he recreated all of China. The original manuscript of Journey to the West was stolen centuries ago by the same demons who imprisoned me here. Then they cast a spell which would destroy the book in 500 years.
Wait, a spell that takes 500 years to destroy one book?
It's a very powerful book. If the demons succeed, the world as you know it will cease to exist.
And when is this 500 years up?
Midnight, this Thursday.
I'm obviously just feeling guilty about the whole Terracotta Warrior theme park. I'm having a bad dream. I'm just gonna walk around until my alarm goes off.
Okay. See you soon. Oh, back so soon, Scholar.
All right, what do I have to do to get you out of there?
I didn't hear anyone say please.
Please, and thank you.
For acting like
an unenlightened being.
An ass. Now, to set me free, you must destroy the mountain.
How am I supposed to do that?
Climb to the top, then stop up the energy beam which holds up the floating rock.
All the way up there with that thing on my tail.
You do have a weapon, don't you? Oh, great. No weapon. Well, that was impressive.
Any other ideas?
I think you should run.
No, thanks. Brilliant. Monkey, do something. Use your magic. When did I ever become a China scholar? What did he say? Floating rock. Stop up the energy beam. Stop up the energy beam. Oh. Stop chasing me! I'm supposed to be saving the world! Fine. Stop up the energy beam. What? That.
Come on, scholar. Time to begin our glorious pilgrimage.
What glorious pilgrimage?
If you care about saving your world, you better come with me. I'm supposed to be your teacher.
You're my teacher.
Well, how else are you supposed to fulfill your destiny if I don't help you?
You're gonna help me? It looks like I'm helping you. I got you out of the stupid hole in the mountain.
There was a scholar from above who died a long time ago.
There's the girl.
That's no girl, you idiot. She's a goddess.
Yes, she is.
No, I mean literally a goddess. You've never heard of Kuan Yin?
Kuan Yin? The goddess of mercy?
I must ask your forgiveness, scholar, for luring you to our world the way that I did.
Well, it does explain a few things. Your drinking habits, for instance.
I never imagined how difficult it would be to drink and fly at the same time.
Goddess, you don't know this guy. He's impossible.
Monkey, the title of teacher is the greatest a soul can attain. Will you really give up so easily?
But he doesn't even want to learn.
Neither did you.
Yes, but I was brilliant.
Will you allow me to explain?
Excuse us?
This man lived 500 years ago in the world of humans above. His name was Wu Cheng'en.
The hero journey to the west.
You remember? Come, let us enter his world.
Through the rock.
Arthur Wu lived in an age of senseless cruelty and repression. The emperor had declared that all progress must cease, that China must return to the values and traditions of its past. Writers were only allowed to retell the old tales over and over again. You cannot stop this. We can change the present, even the future, but never the past. The chief of the censors was Xu Zhongcheng.
Enemies of the Middle Kingdom!
He made certain no one wrote any new stories
You filth!
on pain of death.
And called it art! Your writings weaken the moral fiber of our kingdom. Now we will correct your thinking. Permanently.
All his life, Arthur Wu had tried to obey the censors. But when he grew old, he decided to set down the tales he had heard from the common people about a naughty monkey god and his adventures, a book he called Journey to the West. But Xu's gun of critics, the 5 traditional masters, heard from their spies about Arthur Wu's forbidden book.
Artists are like insects. Swat a few and more fly out of the dung heap. Take Arthur Wu's manuscript away. And of course, kill him.
What are you doing? Go! Stop!
I cannot hear you.
I can't just watch. We've got to do something.
Arthur Wu gave up his life that night for his writing. But Xu soon discovered that even fire could not destroy this book, that its powers were greater than he had ever imagined.
When it comes to decadent art, nothing beats a roaring fire.
There are some books so powerful that their very existence changes the world. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the teachings of Buddha. These have fueled human progress and change for millennia.
I don't believe this.
Even Shu could not stop this work from coming into being. Over the years, pages of the original were secretly copied by brave scholars until the whole book was finally printed.
So your story has a happy ending. What do you need me for?
Shu and the masters never stopped trying to destroy the original manuscript.
I don't understand. How could these censors still be alive?
Their spirits live on here in the world of the Emperor's tomb, where all the legendary figures of Chinese history and myth come after their deaths. Shu and his men have transformed themselves into demons. If they succeed in destroying the book, all the copies in your world will also disappear. And if that happens, the progress those words inspired will disappear as well. Shu will achieve his ultimate goal, to turn back the clock and to return your world to the days of its past. Only a human can carry the manuscript back to safety, in the world of mortals where it belongs.
How about it, Scholar? Let's go defeat some evil.
Look, I'd really like to help, but I have a business meeting in the morning.
Hopeless. He's hopeless. I'm telling you, he's hopeless.
Let me help you. However long your pilgrimage may take down here, in your world above, it will be as if only one night had passed.
Well, human, any more excuses?
All right. I'll do it. Will I see you again?
Just whisper a prayer. I will always be with you, Nicholas Wharton.
You can call me Nick.
Oh, wake up. You actually think she likes you?
Mind your own business.
She's a goddess of mercy. She loves everyone. It's her job.
Now I'm getting advice on women from a guy with 4 toes.
Romantic love makes a warrior weak, but we don't have time for it. Now let's go. Come on, Scholar, let's fly. You're not afraid of heights, are you? Try it on your own, Scholar.
Thanks a lot!
That's the gods!
I've had smoother rides!
Whoa! The first stop is the Monkey Kingdom. I must go visit my subjects. You all right, Scholar?
I can take care of myself. Just watch the driving! Driving!
Don't you ever sleep?
I just spent 500 years watching grass grow. You might be a little frisky, too. Change. So, ready for your first lesson? Teaching. How hard can it be? Enemy here, shot there. Behind. Pow! And jam. Behind. Pow! Swing. Hit. Any questions?
Yeah.
How do I hold it?
Buddha, give me patience.
Hey.
There's my kingdom! The mountain of flowers and fruit.
Are we looking at the same place? Looks more like a mountain of dust and weeds.
Come on, scholar!
How do I land this thing?
My subjects! Your handsome Monkey King has returned!
Look who's decided to come back and pay us a visit. Maybe we should offer him some food. Oh, I forgot. We haven't eaten in weeks.
Okay, will you all please just be quiet? Now, who did this to you? Was it Shu?
It wasn't Shu who destroyed our land.
Then who was it?
The Prince of Confusion. He's taken over our cave and stolen our children. Many of our brothers have tried to rescue them, but none has been powerful enough to overcome his magic.
What took you so long? Prince of Confusion? Didn't his father attack us last millennia? How dare the sun show his scales around here?
He attacked us with an entire regiment of the Jade Emperor's own soldiers.
But that doesn't make sense. The Emperor and I made our peace long ago.
Only you can penetrate that water and bring our children home. Now get in there and knock that demon into the next incarnation.
You gotta be kidding.
Come on, scholar!
You gotta be...
You humans have got to waterproof your fur.
Should we be worried?
Yeah, I'm gonna die laughing. Now watch and learn. Hey, go tell your cowardly ruler the time has come for him to pay for his crimes. What? Now that wasn't too hard, now was it, scholar? Whoa! 2 dozen to 1. Pretty tough odds. For them. Who wants to see that again? Next, a little number I call panic time. Ready to take that message back to your leader? Behind you! Scholar! Don't ever do that again. Haven't you learned anything?
Well, you haven't taught me anything.
I showed you.
Showing is not the same thing as teaching.
Can't you see we're talking?
Monkey King, you dare show your face to one that has sworn to destroy you?
Prince of Confusion. You're the spitting image of your father. I can only assume your mother was just as ugly. How is the old man anyway?
Still in 2 pieces. Thanks to you.
Before I do the same to you, tell me, who enlisted Imperial soldiers to fight for a bottom feeder like you?
Monkey!
think you can handle him?
His father tried the same old cheap tricks.
They seem pretty effective.
Change.
To attack my kingdom.
They said if I ever reveal this, they'll cut out my tongue!
All right. It was Shu and the 5 traditional masters.
No tongue and no legs.
All right.
Please, no!
I'll tell you where to find the masters. Their headquarters is a secret bunker on the floor of the Western Sea.
No! No, please! Let me go! No! Monkey will never return! Please, no!
You weren't much help. Don't you have any physical skills at all?
I won a tournament last month.
At what?
Racquetball.
Racquetball. I give up.
Why still so sad?
Granny, maybe I'm not so perfect. I'm supposed to teach that human.
You, a teacher?
So I should just give up my ambitions?
Forget your own ambitions. A true teacher thinks only of what is best for his students. So if you cannot help him, find someone who can.
It's time for us to go, Scholar. There's someone I want you to meet. For us to defeat Shu, you must be trained by the very best. It's not far, just over these mountains.
Why are we walking?
It looked like flying was making you nauseous. He was the greatest teacher under the celestial skies. He can instruct you in the 72 transformations, how to fly, somersault on clouds, the good stuff. His name is Patriarch Saboti, and he was my teacher.
You're introducing me to your teacher.
I'd like to see how good he really is. Used to be a lot nicer.
Does anyone still live here?
He's a hermit. Where's he gonna go?
Sifu! Patriarch Saboti! It is I, your most gifted student! Sun Wukong, the Monkey King! Powerful voice, hairy face.
Monkey? Is that really you?
Yes! I've come to pay my respects to my great Sifu.
Maybe we picked a bad time.
You wretched Simeon! Didn't I tell you never to show your arrogant face around here again? You were the most talented pupil I'd ever seen. Yet you wasted your precious knowledge in pursuit of selfish glory.
Okay, wait. Wait. You don't get a lot of news around here, do you?
Ah! What use is news? I seek only knowledge. which does not change.
Yes, okay. When I left here, I was like
An ass.
But later, I achieved great feats of virtue. I was blessed by Lord Buddha himself.
Liar! Now go home, monkey. You've never helped anyone in your life but yourself. Arrogant, selfish.
That description could also have fit you in your own youth, honored patriarch. I was beginning to think he would never call.
Ah, my favorite goddess.
Great immortal, monkey speaks the truth.
You mean?
Yes. For his good works, he really was blessed by the Buddha.
No kidding. Forgive me for my lack of faith. Although in his case, you'll have to admit it was pretty understandable. Oh.
Now, monkey brings you this human for training.
I'm afraid I'm a little out of practice at this holy master business.
But you are the best. What happened to your temple?
Oh, I've been in a bad mood. That's all. So, human, what can you do? Leap across mountains? Command the seas? Call down a storm upon your enemies?
I got a decent backhand.
This is a joke, right?
So, scholar, your lessons begin. And they will be hard, very hard. The path to enlightenment is long and difficult. Our lives in this world are a journey through which we discover our true souls. I do not know each turn on your road, just as you do not know mine. In the end, we must all become our own teachers. It is the task of each soul on earth to find their own way to their own truth. To achieve this, we look deep within ourselves to find the root of our pain. Only then can we begin to eliminate the cause of our suffering. The world you think you know is only an illusion, a mirror image of the true world, which only exists within.
Enough's enough. Stupid. You do realize I'm not Bruce Lee.
It is all impossible, I know. But all the most wonderful things are. Here, it has a beautiful scent.
You know, I've never met a woman before who was literally an angel.
I will tell you a secret. No woman is an angel all the time. There's no limit to what you can do, Nick. So long as you follow your heart.
Racquetball.
Told you I had a decent backhand.
Be not afraid to open your heart.
Nick.
And remember your past.
Nick. Nick?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Can you stop for 1 minute thinking about dead Chinese people?
Linda, I'm sorry. I'm just really swamped right now.
What else is new?
Hey, come on, give me a break, will you? I've got this insane
You might
deadline
want
for
to
the
know
book.
I've fallen
I'm
in
up for
love with
tenure
another
next...
man.
What? Who?
Does it really matter? You might have figured it out yourself. You should have been paying any attention at all.
Hey.
Nick, I'm sorry. I've got to go.
Yes, your heart was once broken, but broken hearts can be mended, and lost souls can be saved. Do not give up, Nick, for even now in their bunker, Shu and the 5 demons stand on the brink of destroying the sacred book. And only you can defeat their plans and save the human world from destruction.
Thank you for granting me this audience.
Couldn't the Prince of Confusion have sent an emissary more important than his 4th wife? Is this how he thanks us? For giving him the Monkey Kingdom?
Masters, my husband no longer rules the Monkey Kingdom.
He's been overthrown? The idiot! We told him ruthless repression is the only way to run a nation.
No. Sun Wah Chong, the Monkey King, he came from the skies and freed his children.
That's impossible! We imprisoned him beneath the 5 Elements mountain!
I'm telling you... I'm telling you, he's traveling with some human from the world above. Together they are headed this way.
That is very disappointing. You have anything else to tell us?
No. I only came to warn you.
That flea-ridden monster! He mustn't interfere now, not when we're so close! How much longer?
The 500-year spell needs only a few more days to destroy the book for good. Already we are seeing the effect of our work on the world above.
An earthquake has just struck Hunan. It's happening. The clock's turning backwards. And no human can stop us now.
I'm not about to take any chances. There's only one way to guarantee this book will never reach the world above. The human must be destroyed.
this?
How come when I'm around you, I feel braver, stronger, and wiser? Do you really have this effect on everyone? It's just my luck to fall in love with a goddess. Guan Ying. Guan Ying. That was amazing.
You are amazing.
No, no. You.
Things are changing now. 2,000 years.
Scholar, goddess.
He flew.
I flew.
A few seconds off the ground and you think he's ready to fight armies?
It's time for him to leave this place.
Will you please talk some sense into them?
Do you feel you're ready to continue the pilgrimage?
I feel like I'm ready for anything.
Then you must go.
Oh, great! There goes my reason to keep the place looking pretty.
Once again, you have disappointed me.
Sifu, you have shown me what it means to be a real teacher.
Patriarch Saboti, may we have your blessing?
Ha! Who cares about blessings, foolish human? What you need is a weapon. Ah! Slipped your mind, didn't it? Some warrior you are.
Sifu, will you choose a weapon for the scholar?
Very well. Here. This is a mighty tool of war, perfectly suited to your talents.
It's a brush.
A scholar's writing brush.
What am I supposed to do? Tickle the noses and hope they sneeze to death?
Gross!
Here's the warrior whose coming Buddha foretold. The scholar from above. Let's fly.
You do not yet know the forces arrayed against you. From beneath the oceans to the Jade Emperor's palace in the clouds.
Cover your legs! A virtuous woman conceals her charms for none but her husband's delight. Who wrote those words?
You did, Lord Confucius.
That's right, and don't any of you ever forget it.
Lord Confucius, you called for me?
Ah, goddess, follow me. You're lucky I don't haul all of you in for watching such filth. Confucius says, when freedoms are abused, they must, oh, go look it up.
Is that a new proverb, Prime Minister? I do not believe I have ever heard it before.
I've said so many things in my life. Who the devil can keep track? Goddess, follow me. We have learned that Monkey is free. What are his plans?
Monkey is going to retrieve Journey to the West from Shu and the Five Masters.
Along with that human, Nicholas Orton.
What do you know about him?
Since when do you ask questions? I speak for the Jade Emperor himself, ruler of all gods and immortals.
Nicholas Orton survived the booby traps. He has every right to remain in our world. If you try to remove him, I will complain to the Jade Emperor himself.
Did I say anything about removing him? All I ask is that the dispute over this blaster book be settled quickly. Is that so unreasonable?
Forgive me for my outburst, Prime Minister.
Confucius says, you must work harder, Goddess, to achieve inner peace.
I hate it when I lose my serenity in front of that windbag.
Mistress, I hate to say it, but Lord Confucius has a point. The way you speak of that human, that look in your eyes, I feel you're becoming personally involved.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Do not take lightly the holy vows of our order. Remember when Sister Chow fell in love with that human she was watching over? What was his name? Bald, short, glasses.
Gandhi.
Thank you. Once she lost her love for her work, she also lost her powers.
Scholar, you must proceed with caution.
You worry too much. Bring on the demons. I'm ready for them.
Slow down.
No, you keep up, teacher.
We're coming up to Tulal village. I saved the people here from a demon once.
Monkey, what happened?
Dear Buddha. Oh, Liang! Oh, Liang. Liang! What happened here?
What do you care? You gods, just fly off to heavens. You never know suffering, never know pain. Never know what it's like to lose the man you love. They came at night, spitting fire from the sky. My husband tried to fight back, but...
Liang, I'm so sorry. We'll find out who's responsible for this.
And kick some demon butt.
There's no fool like a fearless fool.
So you think you can do anything now that you've kissed the goddess?
When are you going to learn to mind your own business? What, are you jealous?
Jealous? I've got goddesses throwing themselves at me all the time, but I resist any ideas of love.
And you're proud of that.
The warrior must focus his mind on higher thoughts.
What could be higher than love?
From what I've seen,
lovers only think from below the waist.
Maybe that's true for monkeys.
Behind you!
Oh, you're not kidding.
Rule number 1, when fighting demons, I go first, understand?
Fine.
The masters must know we're coming. That shrapnel was meant for you.
Why is the ground still shaking?
Could that be the reason?
Free! At last!
Hey! I'm starving! Do you think we can find a place where they'll let us eat before we wash up? They can't expect me to remember my table, man.
Pigsy! Friar Sand!
Brother Monkey!
Pixie and Friar Sand from Journey to the West.
Still thinking about your stomach?
Hey, Sage Monkey, don't make fun. I've been on a very strict diet for the past 500 years.
I always believed if anyone could rescue us, it would be you.
Yeah, hello. Can we eat now, please? And we'll let the human pick up the tab.
500 years. Still the same.
When you killed those serpent demons, it broke the spell on the mountain where the masters had imprisoned us.
So, who's the human? And does he like persimmons?
He is my student.
Poor fellow.
Thanks, you're supposed to be my comrades.
Yes, that is why we tell you the truth.
What do you know anyway? You never even achieved Buddhahood.
I could have. If only I've been able to control my appetite.
Gods, settle down. Do you always get along this well?
The human's right. Now that you're here, you must join us. We're traveling on orders from Kuan Yin.
Kuan Yin? Will we get to spend time with her?
Excuse me, is everyone down here in love with Kuan Yin?
She sent us to rescue Journey to the West from the Masters.
So the scholar from above has come at last. Where is he?
I'm looking at him.
I think you need our help.
He doesn't look like a scholar.
He is all we've got. If we three heroes reunite once more, our mission will surely succeed.
Yes. I pledge my allegiance.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Do you mind if we walk? It'll help build up an appetite.
When you are imprisoned, it is the simple things you miss the most. A sunrise.
Fresh air.
Breakfast. Hot eggs.
With sizzling bacon. Sorry.
Lacking such things, there were times I wished they'd simply killed me.
Is it possible in this world for you to die?
Oh, yes. If we fight long enough, even we can tire. Then, our life force, our chi, can be returned to the cosmos. Of course, it is very difficult to take the chi from gods like us.
And hardest of all from him. Believe it or not, his chi's even bigger than his head. That was a joke, Sandy. Can you imagine a guy as funny as me in prison for centuries with someone with no sense of humor? I better go forage for breakfast.
He's not that funny.
Brother Pig is correct. I am a great warrior. I've even achieved Buddhahood. And yet, I don't know how to laugh. Are you funny?
We're all funny sometimes. Even you. When you looked at me and said, I think you need our help, that was funny.
But I was being sincere.
We'll work on it.
Then you will be my teacher? You will teach me how to laugh? Great Shifu, I thank you. I thank you for your faith and trust in me, Shifu.
Is it dawn already? Where's Pigsy?
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
It's funny.
Soon we will be at the Western Sea. And there's Jinping, built high in a bluff to resist all invaders. The last stop before we reach Shu's lair. It's a resort for the rich and famous.
And well known for the beauty of its women.
Oh, money, Benno.
What has happened here?
Maybe we arrived in the off-season.
I sense the power of evil.
Shu and the masters have taken over the city. This has got to end.
Brother Monkey, your cudgel is not as powerful as it used to be.
No? Watch.
Can't you help us? You and the master have taken all our young people. We are powerless to defend ourselves.
Citizens of Jinping, my name is Scholar from Above. I'm not the one who has power to save you, but I'm accompanied by 3 of the mightiest and most noble gods in all creation. So don't give up hope. We will not rest until this injustice is set right!
Good speech, Scholar.
I remembered this coach I had back in high school. Oh, no. You gotta be kidding.
This is where the adventure really begins. Beneath those waves live Shu and the demons.
Scholar, would you like to jump first?
Are you nuts?
The scholar is correct. We are comrades. We should leave together.
Couldn't we just fly down?
Why? When we can jump?
You're not afraid, are you?
No, of course not.
Good.
For Buddha and country!
For Buddha
and country!
Right.
We got company!
I was starting to think they didn't care!
Thanks.
Shifu.
Oh, a good fight is a thing of beauty.
Great, Scholar, but don't get cocky.
Not just one god, Scholar. All the gods in creation. By building this collection, Shu and the Masters can harness the power of these relics for evil.
Look over here. Journey to the West by Wu Cheng-en.
It's really here.
Take it, Scholar. It's your discovery, for your world.
I don't believe it. You know, I destroyed my only copy of Journey to the West in a fit of rage. Now at last it feels precious again.
Look inside.
It's Arthur Wu!
Is he alive?
But there are times I wish he was dead.
Stand back!
You're okay, Arthur Wu. You're safe now.
Monkey, can it really be you? Or has my mind finally taken leave of its senses?
No, great Arthur. Your suffering has finally come to an end.
They captured me. No writer could imagine the torments I have endured over these centuries.
We'll take revenge, great author.
Monkey.
What's going on here?
You're looking for my manuscript? You'll learn as you'll have a few tricks up my sleeve. That book is a decoy I made. I hid the true manuscript in here. Monkey, will you help me?
Of course.
You mean the journey to the West is not in danger of disappearing?
All will become clear right about now.
Brother Monkey!
Monkey!
You're working with them? But why?
Don't be shy, my friend. Honesty in the defense of tradition is no virtue.
It was the least I could do, Master, to atone for my crimes.
One of my favorite and most useful relics, a jar which holds within every soul's worst nightmare. And you got him into it.
Thank you, great author.
What are you talking about? You're the great author!
No. During my lifetime, I failed to write anything of lasting value because of my incorrect thinking.
He has been brainwashed.
Author Wu, it's your book that people remember.
Oh, that is not true. It can't be. Master, I have stopped these thieves, so now you will release them as you promised?
Since when do promises made to criminals count? The great sage Monkey has escaped imprisonment before. This time, we will definitely take his chi. Oh, it may take 3,000, maybe 4,000 years, but at least he'll be suffering the entire time.
Monkey! Monkey! You must believe me. I meant you no harm.
Perhaps we must resume your re-education. As for these two, take them away for re-imprisonment. And this time, find a bigger mountain. As for the human, well, you fought with surprising ability.
Does that mean you're letting me go?
No, it means we can enhance our own powers by eating you.
That's not funny.
No, but it's very tasty.
Yummy, yummy.
Tell the cook, skin the human, then fry him in butter oil. I want him crispy.
Monkey, use your mind to overcome your fears, and you will find a way to escape. Monkey, find your inner strength. Believe in yourself. I am sorry.
The 500 years will finally be completed in 2 more days.
Monkey will find a way out, and when he does, you'll pay.
I hope you're right, Pixie.
Butter oil. Sounds delicious. Oh, yes. What about a little bit of garlic? Good idea.
Keep still.
有水啊！法老王喺後邊啊！喂，走！
Don't struggle. It only makes the meat tougher. First cut here.
Keep still.
Boss? Boss? Can't you see I'm busy working here?
Well, that seemed to work.
Which way? Which way?
You can't go beyond the entree.
Hey! Don't even think about it!
Bad idea.
There they go. Come on, we gotta find Monkey.
Trapped inside the jar!
Where is it?
I don't know!
There you are!
Is it underwater?
There.
You human, what have you got behind your back?
Could you repeat the question?
What is it?
This is not my idea of a glorious pilgrimage.
You think he's mad?
I think you're right.
We're so close! Die, will you? Just die!
Sorry about the door!
Shoo, here's your worst nightmare.
There's the manuscript.
By the gods, it's almost gone.
Author Wu, how could you let them do this to your book?
Shoo, hand over the book and Author Wu.
Well, what do you think, boys? Should we do it?
Nah!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Peace and desist.
Took you long enough to get here, damn bureaucrat.
Who the hell's that?
A messenger from the Jade Emperor, who rules over all gods and immortals.
By order of the Jade Emperor, all hostilities must immediately cease.
The Masters are suing us in the court of the Jade Emperor to stop you taking that manuscript back to your world.
This is great. This is just great. We're seconds away from victory, only to be outdone by legal maneuvering.
Nick, please.
Your world's no better than mine.
I am afraid immortality is no guarantee of good character.
The Masters can't possibly win this case, right? I mean, my world's about to slip into the Dark Ages. Doesn't anybody down here care?
Except for the goddesses of my order, no spirit may travel to the world above without permission from the Jade Emperor. Most beings have not even seen your world in millennia. They do not understand the harm.
But why would any immortal want to see Journey to the West destroyed?
Well, you did.
Never mind about that.
You see, some of the other gods do not think so highly of Monkey.
They call me arrogant. Can you imagine that?
We're screwed.
The Jade Emperor believes Arthur Wu should have final say over the fate of his manuscript.
But Wu's been brainwashed.
Deep down, Wu can't really want to see his book destroyed. If I could get to him somehow, maybe I could talk some sense into him.
You could disguise the scholar with a spell.
But that would be using my powers for deception.
Vows are made to be broken.
No, I cannot make an exception. Not even for him.
What's eating her?
I think she is right.
Goddess. Kuan Yin. Why won't you look at me?
Nick, what happened between us while you were training? I allowed it. But it was wrong. You must understand.
I understand. I understand that what I'm feeling is impossible. I can't help it.
This must end.
And saving the book, is that over too?
I cannot get you in to see Arthur Wu. That would be a violation of heavenly justice.
Who's been brainwashed? Is that your idea of justice? Journey to the West was the first Chinese book I ever read. Before that, I was like most Americans. China didn't mean anything more to me than Charlie Chan or Fu Manchu. But when I began to read about this monkey who broke all the rules and pissed people off, but did it with a higher purpose and a sense of honor, it made me feel like I could do something with my life. And that's what I want to tell him.
We'll be back after dinner.
Yes, Master. I will have tea for everyone.
Why do I have to stay? Can't we just lock him in?
Master, I promise I will not show my wretched face outside.
Absolutely not. Up here, the air itself is filled with sinful temptations.
Come on, you.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Slow down.
Hey, this is wild. I can fly.
And whatever you do, stay off the dog duty.
Keep your mouth shut and don't even move.
Oh, I will be happy just standing here.
Arthur Wu! I'm not really a fly!
Don't worry, little fellow. I know what it's like to fear for your life.
Arthur Wu? Arthur Wu? Arthur Wu, you must listen to me. I'm the human from above. Our entire world will suffer if your book is destroyed.
Then my book is known?
It's loved throughout the world. The masters have brainwashed you. Please don't let them destroy it.
I don't know what to believe.
Arthur Wu, look at me. Look at me! Your book is loved throughout my world. You've been given the greatest gift known to man, the gift of creation. Please don't throw it away.
Who are you talking to?
No one, Master. Just myself.
I thought I told you to keep your mouth shut and close the window. You're letting in the flies.
I'm going in.
You can't let them see you, goddess.
I do not care.
Please, Master, allow me to...
Wait! I love to pull the wings off.
Help me!
Hey! You're that human! The one who came with Monkey!
Let him go.
What's going on?
You heard me. Release him.
Oh, yeah? Who's gonna make me?
This will not hurt a bit.
What's wrong, little lady? Huh? Power failure? You know what this is, don't you? Huh? Witness tampering! Oh, when word of this gets out, goddess, you ain't gonna have a prayer in the world! Bye-bye. Oh! The head of your order's gonna hear about this! Yeah! So will the Jade Emperor himself! As for you, reactionary running dog, just you wait till your master gets home.
Your entire order of saintly spirits has been disgraced by your actions!
Goddess, I'm sorry. I didn't understand the risks you were taking.
Guan must return immediately to our convent. She will see you at the trial.
Lady Whitesnake. Our plan. It could have worked.
But it didn't, great sage monkey. So we must go.
Nick, I'm glad I did it. I would do it again.
If he testifies against us tomorrow, it could ruin everything. We mustn't leave anything to chance. That human. Let's see what we can find out about him.
So we were taken to the Jade Emperor's court, where all the gods and goddesses came to watch our trial.
I'm glad somebody's finally said it. Journey to the West is a piece of propaganda.
I heard that Monkey wasn't even that brave, and it was Buddha himself who really fought the demons.
And that pig, the less said the better.
As Shu and the Masters sat down, I could only hope I had convinced Author Wu to trust us. But what I didn't know was that Shu had one more trick up Confucius's sleeve.
You won't find much to eat around here, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm going on a diet as soon as this trial is over.
Confucius says an empty stomach is more painful than 1,000 blows.
Oh, I never heard that one before.
Oh, they just come to me out of the ether.
You know, I've tried everything, and my hunger, it always gets the better of me.
Oh, have you tried this miraculous, satiating elixir? A most effective dieting aid. Oh, I use it myself when I put on a few pounds.
But this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted.
Go on, finish the whole thing. Don't be shy. In fact, take this. If ever you want more, tap 3 times and I'll be happy to oblige. Well, I got to get to the courtroom.
A prime minister's work is never done.
Thank you, Lord Confucius.
Buddhas, goddesses, gods, immortals, and citizens, all bow low before the protector of the celestial skies, judge over the living and the dead, the holy light of paradise, the source of divine wisdom, His Majesty, the Jade Emperor.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Rise. Our business today is the case of Xu Chengxing and the 5 traditional masters versus the scholar from above. Concerning the case of this manuscript entitled Journey to the West. Oh!
Are you all right?
Yeah. I think it's something I ate. Yeah, excuse me. Ooh.
You called?
There you are. Yeah, look, I'm starving. No matter what I eat, it don't do any good.
Perhaps this will help you.
Yeah, thank you. I've never been so hungry in all my life.
Oh, wait. You are familiar, of course, with my classic books of timeless wisdom. There's a wonderful saying in volume 12. Or is it volume 47?
I promise you I will read them all.
Confucius says, you scratch my back,
and I'll scratch yours. Now, I need a bit of information about the human.
But why, Your Majesty? Why do we seek to destroy this obscene book? Because this monkey offends traditional Chinese values. His story encourages humans to thumb their noses at authority, to see themselves as individuals.
I don't care if I die from hunger. I will not betray my comrades.
It won't be a very pleasant death.
You know, everybody says that they've read your books, but nobody actually does. Oh. I'm starving!
Your body is already beginning to devour itself. You really must be hungry, Pixie.
What do you want to know?
Master Xu says, Journey to the West should be destroyed because the monkey spirit encourages freedom and individuality. Are such qualities anti-Chinese? Are such qualities anti-Chinese? Of course not. For what did Lord Buddha himself say? Only when each individual has the courage to follow his or her own path, only then will the world become enlightened.
Here's your reward, Pixie. So the human destroyed his only copy. This information will be very useful.
Has long inspired controversy in our celestial community. As we've seen again today, many of our finest thinkers find
He's working to help you and the masters. That's impossible. As Prime Minister, he's supposed to be impartial.
Even Confucius would not risk anger the dead emperor.
It's just a hunch.
In the end, however, I believe that only Arthur Wu himself can decide the fate of his novel, Journey to the West.
Prime Minister! Please forgive our unconventional request, but may we approach the throne with fear and trembling?
We will hear you.
Most High Emperor, the Masters would like to call one witness. I mean, how can we know how humans themselves feel about this book unless we ask one of them? The Masters would like to call to the stand the scholar from above.
I do not like this.
Don't worry. I want to testify.
For the record, what is your opinion of Journey to the West?
It taught me how to live. It's one of the great books.
Then why did you yourself destroy your only copy?
That's not true.
You deny the charge. Yes or no, scholar? The credibility of humanity rests upon your reply.
Well, I ripped up my copy, but that's not because I didn't believe in it.
Didn't you come to hate the book?
No.
To see it as an evil thing
No.
which had led your life astray?
You gotta let me explain.
I think your own memories will explain quite nicely.
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm paying attention to you.
That's your book. It's all I want from you.
Yeah, well, what do you want?
Go away
wrong, see? I can change. Look! Journey to the West, the piece of crap that ruined my life in the first place. I wish I'd never seen this book. I wish it never existed.
That will be all.
You don't understand. I was angry about something else. It had nothing to do with Journey to the West.
That will be all.
The scholar is a truthful man. One incident from his past does not prove anything.
You've already given testimony, Goddess. Please
The fact that he has struggled with doubts.
Goddess, you're in violation of
gives
heavenly
more
order.
weight to his beliefs today.
Guards, silence this blasphemer!
Only one whose faith has been tested can achieve true enlightenment. I have said my piece.
Your outburst casts grave doubts on your fitness to serve in the sacred order of goddesses. Where is your allegiance to eternal truth or to your own emotions?
Journey to the West is a bane to mankind, though I will always bear the shame of having written it. I will do whatever I can to atone for my crimes.
Emperor! He's been brainwashed by Shu for the last 5 centuries! One more disturbance and you'll all be removed!
Arthur Wu, have you been held against your will?
I have lived among the masters, Your Majesty. Voluntarily.
For Buddha's sake! Tell them the truth!
It will throw us out of the courtroom.
Like we've got a lot to lose.
Arthur Wu! Don't let it destroy your book! Don't let it destroy it!
Arthur Wu! Your Majesty, please.
Shu was guilty! It's he who did it! Shu did it!
Lord Confucius, I do not wish to hear more from that table.
Remove them from the courtroom!
Can I just take the floor? Yeah, just let me. If you don't, Your Majesty, please!
No, let him stay. One defendant must remain to hear the verdict.
You should not have allowed the scholar to testify.
Well, maybe you should have stood up and started telling some jokes. Then the entire courtroom would have fallen asleep.
Are you mocking me?
Yes, I'm mocking you. I want to know how the masters found out about the scholar's past. That's what I want to know.
I want to know that too, Furface.
Sister, there's talk of demoting you to a mere immortal.
I do not care.
What?
What does it mean to be a goddess anyway? Spending eternity helping others. But the one time I feel something for myself, everyone turns against me. Nicholas Orton only came down here to help us, to help me. I would rather speak the truth, no matter what it costs me.
Goddess, don't.
I cannot help it, sister. I love him.
You've spoken the words which must not be uttered.
And so, heaven accedes to the wishes of the book's author. Journey to the West will be returned to the traditional masters who may complete their efforts to destroy it. The human scholar from above will return immediately to his own world.
All hail to the...
Seize him! Hold on, Dr. Wu! Stay back! This is a rescue whether you like it or not. Come on!
Nick, what happened?
I'm taking Arthur Wu up to my world. Are you with me?
Us against all creation? I like those odds.
Showing them you throw away everything you worked for. I have spent centuries teaching others to follow their heart. Now it is time I began taking my own advice.
Hey, don't I have any say in the matter?
No! Let's go. You would attack a goddess? For shame! Thank you, sister. But why?
For centuries, I've had a secret crush of my own.
Good work, Lady Whitesnake.
Ask me for anything, anytime, Great Sage Monkey.
Thank you, sister. You must go. Go! Go!
These gates are indestructible.
What do we do?
Confucius says, a man who built himself a mighty door probably saved money on the rest of the house. And if he didn't say it, he should have.
Here they come again! Hurry, monkey! We can't hold on much longer! Come on, brother monkey! They've got it! Slash!
Just like that wall we built 2,000 years ago.
You're used to this now, aren't you?
For Buddha and country!
Woohoo!
Monkey's blows destroyed the walls of heaven, but at least the gates are still standing.
In the future, it might be wise to construct gates which are not quite so indestructible. Prime Minister Confucius, you will assemble 100,000 imperial troops to apprehend the rebel spirits.
With all due respect, Your Majesty, I believe we can resolve this matter much more simply.
Yes?
All I require are 2 warriors. The Umbrella King, and with Your Majesty's permission, I like to release the god Erlang, whose strength we both admire and fear, and who alone among us has defeated Monkey before.
Are you sure you can control them this time?
I won't. I won't. No, I won't. I won't.
Author Wu, please hear me out. If you come back to my world...
I won't believe another word from your lips. Do you deny that you cursed my book?
But I was wrong.
You are trying to brainwash me. I refuse to go along with your plans. Just let me rest in the shade, where I may sit until you are all apprehended.
Monkey, can you help him?
Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin!
What have I done? What have I done? I won't.
Goddess! Goddess!
I know I've made a mess of your life, and I can't set anything right down here. But in my world, I could at least try.
What are you saying?
I thought, when this is all over, if we survive, would you consider coming back with me to my world?
Nick, I do not know.
It's not possible, right?
I no longer know what is possible or not. But I do know that I love you.
Hold it right there.
She said she loves me.
You don't get it, do you? When a goddess falls in love, she loses her powers. I want you to make sure she doesn't destroy herself, understand?
How can I?
Why? Break her heart? End it.
Shouldn't that be her decision?
You think she'll be happier giving up her powers to become what, your girlfriend?
I was hoping she would become my wife.
Nothing is more selfish than romantic love. Now, I'm your teacher. For once in your life, obey.
You know, there comes a time when every student stops listening to his teacher.
I'm still waiting for you to start.
That hurt.
What little respect you have for your teacher.
Monkey? Monkey, I'm sorry. Monkey!
When I was imprisoned, it was the sunrises I missed the most.
Sunrises are beautiful, yes. But the stars?
Ah, yes. The stars, of course. And this?
That is the smell of freedom. On days when I had cleaning duty, the masters would say, "Time to tend the flower beds." Then they would toss me into the latrines. Oh, this was a source of great humor for them.
I do not find that funny.
You're right. It wasn't.
It was not.
Listen, Wu. Everything I touch turns to mud, but that's not the issue here. We're trying to save humanity. Now, are you coming with me or not?
I think you should go.
Okay, let's go.
That's it? How come no one listens to me? Is it because I'm human or what? What's going on?
They have come.
We have to hurry.
Arthur Wu's been hit! Get him over there!
Careful!
Get Wu!
You will be safe here.
Thank you.
I've done everything for that human being, but still he doesn't listen to me. Serenity, I need more serenity.
I've waited centuries for another shot at you!
I must do something!
somewhere, holy man!
Must get into safety. At the top of these steps is the world of the humans.
Almost there. I swear I'll kill you.
Oh, stop your feeble threats. You need me to heal him.
Unless, goddess, you think you can do it.
Confucius! Confucius! Oh, no!
Show me the world above.
Is there anything we can do to stop the bleeding?
I do not know. I have never worked like this before.
I don't believe I can walk. So, what would you like me to see?
How can we get him into the city?
I have an idea.
There is so much food.
Yes, it is enough to feed almost all of China.
Everything seems so peaceful.
It is the calm before the storm. As Wu's book weakens, the catastrophes will multiply. For centuries, the children of Asia have learned the stories which you wrote. Then try to be brave and virtuous like Monkey. They study your words as adults to understand how to follow their own hearts and stand up to injustice. They have kept your characters alive in old ways. As well as some new. Your book has been translated into many languages for all the world to enjoy. Rulers of China have been inspired by your words. But perhaps more important are ordinary people who have looked to Monkey for generations. Your book has inspired them to dream of things new and better, to believe that they too can still change the world.
A world beyond my dreams, and yet I'm part of it.
Yes, you are.
What's happening?
It's starting again.
The clock is turning backwards.
Brace yourselves!
Are you all right, Arthur Wu?
I got it. Over here.
Let's go inside the station.
Okay.
Quick. Come. Here. Sit here. Careful.
Okay.
What happened?
We were trying to tell you.
All these wonders of the modern age would disappear if your book dies.
What a fool I was to believe the lies of the masters, to let them take from me, even for an instant, my faith in my own vision.
Can we get him back before his chi is lost?
I don't think so.
Dear Buddha, if I only had my powers.
Everything will be all right, huh?
I only wish I could find some way to thank you, who risked so much because of my foolishness.
Showing you the truth has been our greatest reward.
Scholar, reach into my robes.
Quickly, before I'm gone. In a pocket, you will find an item of great value. This is the pen with which I wrote Journey to the West. Keep it as your inheritance.
I couldn't.
You have given me the greatest gift of all. The knowledge that my life had meaning. Now I am free.
I must bring him back. I must. I'm so useless. Completely useless. If I still had my powers, Arthur would be alive. Instead, look at me. I can no longer even help myself. I must go back now to take my punishment. You should stay here. None of this was your fault.
It was all my fault. Come on. We'll face the music together.
Your Majesty, we've succeeded in apprehending the last of the rebels at great cost. Violators of the imperial will. Do you have anything to say for yourself before the Jade Emperor pronounces judgment?
Yes, Your Majesty. In the end, goodness and human progress will always prevail.
May I suggest, dear goddess, that you save your wisdom for the palace dungeons. Now let us proceed to...
Wait. I'm the one who kidnapped Arthur Wu. These others are innocent. Let them go. I'm the only one who deserves to be punished.
Yes, yes, you will be. The Emperor will now pronounce...
There's one other person here who deserves to be sentenced. Master Shu, who ruthlessly took Arthur Wu's chi.
That is a lie. First they violate heaven's will, then they hurl false accusations at the righteous.
Humans speak the truth, Your Majesty. I swear it on my holy vow.
I watched the whole thing from the clouds!
Yeah, they're all in it together!
He's guilty!
Shu is guilty, Your Majesty!
Silence! Your Majesty, Arthur Wu was wounded accidentally in the heat of battle. I could have saved his chi, but these criminals kidnapped him from me. And this one threw me over the wall. Confucius says it's payback time.
The death of Arthur Wu is a terrible tragedy. In the absence of more conclusive evidence, I must accept the word of my Prime Minister. Therefore, we have no choice but to impose the harshest possible sentence upon the rebels. What is that? Wait, this is the pen of Arthur Wu.
Emperor, that's no reason to get excited over a flying pen.
The chi of a departed author is likely to reside most powerfully in exactly one place. His pen.
Most High Emperor, please forgive this unorthodox testimony. But I hope you understand that one who no longer exists has very limited options. Scholar from above speaks the truth. It was Shu who murdered me after holding me prisoner against my will for 500 years.
But the record shows that Wu previously testified.
That testimony was made under duress. I refute it. These noble and virtuous pilgrims finally opened my eyes to the value of my book, which I beg you now to preserve in the world above. I defer to the Emperor's great wisdom and mercy. Wu Cheng-en.
Your Majesty, we must protest. You can't possibly rely on the testimony of a pen. Well, I mean, only an idiot would...
Excuse me?
On the other hand, Confucius says, never argue with an emperor.
Well then, Prime Minister, how did Author Wu die?
There was so much commotion. Well, I suppose it's possible. Master Shu could have killed him.
That's right! Yes, yes. Let's go! Let's get
Enemy of China! Immoralist! Your throne has lost the favor of heaven. This court has no authority. You think you've defeated me? This is not the end.
Silence! Order! Take them away! Traitors!
You think you've won? Primate!
Now let us restore order. Today, we have pardoned all those whose crimes can be reversed.
And even your mistakes, Pigsy, will be forgiven.
Ah! Jay, thanks, Emperor.
Let us all take a lesson in forgiveness. Now go, Scholar. Return the book to your world, and try not to cause any more trouble along the way.
It was a great honor to have studied with you, Shifu.
Afraid I didn't teach you much.
I may not have learned how to laugh, of course, but it was most enjoyable to see how much laughter your actions inspired in others.
You're a funny guy, you know that?
Funny?
I finally learned how to stick to a diet.
Pigsy, some people look better with a few extra pounds.
Yeah.
My teacher.
I'm not worthy. I deserted you in your time of need.
But you were right. I can't let her give up her powers.
Well, until she regains her love for her work, they'll never return.
Goddess.
Nick. I have been considering your offer to be with you in your world. That is my wish.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I see.
It's just that I don't think you and I together would be cut out for the real world.
Should we not even try?
No, I'm afraid it's impossible.
I wish you good fortune, Scholar. Goodbye, Nick.
Scholar, for once in my life, I was wrong. Romantic love can be selfless.
Then why do I feel like hell?
Come in. You give me a chance to practice my English. I am Professor Sheng.
Forgive my hurry. I have a meeting in a half an hour, but there's something that I'd like to donate to the university.
Oh, where did you get this?
If I told you, you'd never believe me.
Journey to the West. Is this the true text?
No, it's the original.
You mean the young version?
This was written by the pen of Wu Jianen himself.
But that's impossible. I must place a call immediately to the country's leading Monkey King scholar, Professor Zhao at Shanghai University, who will fly here to verify your claims of authenticity.
Taxi!
你哋要求掛啲花燈喺個古墓出邊。
Nick?
Oh, he wants to know about your neon signs.
Small signs. So the tourists can find the place easily.
We produced a mock-up of our plans for development and various,
30%、25%，
Nick?
30好啲啦。
Nick?
早啲啦。
God's sake, man, what are they saying?
我份文件你睇下先。睇下點啊？
They're discussing their percentage from your concession stands.
You're taking notes?
No, writing poetry. It's as if the pen started moving on its own.
做啲咩？咩嚟緊呢啲啊？
你個號碼？
嚇？
You betrayed us.
I had no choice. Your movement is dead. Try again in another 500 years.
What do you think the Emperor would do if he found out his Prime Minister has been contravening his will? Sending troops against the Monkey Kingdom without his knowledge, for instance.
You wouldn't! You wouldn't tell on me, would you?
Was it volume 8 or volume 29? Confucius says, you scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
But a hotel is absolutely crucial to her. Where are you going?
Poem's finished, and I need a break. Look, the broad outline of the deal is in place. Work out the details among yourselves.
Mr. Rawton, sit down. I'm warning you, if this deal falls through, I'm holding you personally liable.
Can't be.
All right, everyone under the table now! The revolution has just begun! There's more than one way to stop the clock. We've come to restore traditional values to your world.
Traditional values? You mean, like the 1950s?
No, you idiot! I mean traditional traditions upon which all civilization was built. Before that was invented, and before we knew people like you even existed. So where's your menagerie now?
Give up, Shu. This place will be swarming with the Emperor's troops in no time.
Take a note. Reinstitute slavery. It makes people so much more polite. Confucius has remade 6 ordinary prisoners in our images. By the time that false emperor finds out we've escaped, we'll be ready for war. With humans as our frontline troops. Now, return the manuscript.
I don't see it anywhere, do you?
Master Shu! Something gluing! It's the manuscript at the university!
So, these barbarians are of no further use to the revolution. Now, go back to where you came from! Everyone out! We'll retrieve the manuscript, then come back for the human. Modern buildings. Ha! Oh, they're so ugly. So crude. So democratic.
This human, are you still watching over him?
No. As soon as he left, I cut the karmic link between us.
Still, your powers are slow to return. Do you not miss them?
In truth, they do not seem so miraculous any longer.
Really? Does anything?
Yes. Human beings. That they can come together without any powers at all and still create magic. That is a miracle.
You still love him more than your powers.
Then my situation is hopeless, for he does not love me.
Dear sister, it has been many incarnations since you were a human. But if you want once more to know their joys, you must also be willing to do as they do and take a chance on the thing that you love.
Dear brother, it cannot be.
What's wrong?
I think I hear you calling to me.
Goddess. Goddess, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I need you here.
Nick, what can I do? I have got to help him. But how? Mother Superior, what is going on?
It seems you're drawing strength from another source of magic.
Remember my own student days and my lively debates with other scholars. When I became chief censor, I had them all executed.
Master Shu, look what we found, huh?
I will not allow you to harm this book.
You're quite right.
Shu, your time has passed.
Go.
Stop now, and the Jade Emperor may still show you some mercy.
You're determined to die sooner rather than later, aren't you?
Reinforcements will be arriving in no time.
And what makes you so certain?
I pray to Kuan Yin.
Kuan Yin? You actually believe she will hear you?
She said she would always be with me.
Perhaps. But didn't you tell her to go away? I've waited 500 years to put this world right. And we'll start by reintroducing an old practice, one near and dear to my heart. The death of 1,000 cuts.
You harm one hair on his head, I will hunt you down through 100 incarnations. Now, let him go.
My goddess. And animal friends. How nice to see you.
You have traveled here without permission. Now, return the manuscript. We will escort you below to face the Jade Emperor's judgment.
That seems fair enough. Here, goddess. Take it. Order the dragons to spit fire, subjecting her to unspeakable agonies. Listen to me, Furface. For once, think before you act. Looks like the balance of yin to yang has shifted once again. Your appearance complicates our plans. Unfortunately, old traditions die hard. Guan Ying is our hostage. We'll set up a new base in this world. So I say to this world, your future is history.
Nick, do not do it! The roots will kill you.
What does Lord Buddha say? After we die, what remains on Earth are the consequences of our actions. I love you, Goddess, and I will always be with you.
The jar! Landing in the jar!
Oh no! I've got it!
Well, now. The balance of yin and yang has shifted once again, hasn't it?
Nick. Namo Amitofu, Namo Amitofu. I suppose you would like to know what is going on.
That would be a good idea.
I could not be certain whether or not this would happen. But do you remember in Journey to the West, when a priest finally attained perfection?
He watched his body die, only to be reborn into a state of enlightenment.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love your nose ring.
Huh? These pilgrims have explained to me all that has happened since the human came to our world.
I confess, I gave assistance to Shu and the masters.
What good is your confession when the truth is already self-evident?
But I only wanted to help the masters restore the traditions of our great Chinese civilization.
No. These extremists do not represent our culture. Now I see. It is Monkey and his friends who have defended true Chinese values. A middle way, in which authority shows respect for creativity and freedom of spirit. To Pixie, who learned under the most terrible of conditions to resist his appetite, we award the rank of Buddha.
Thank you.
And Monkey, you have at last earned the coveted title of teacher.
Your Majesty, actually it was the scholar. who taught me to respect the power of love.
The mark of a true teacher is one who learns from his students. As for Friar Sand, who seeks the ability to laugh, even we cannot help you here. But consider this. Author Wu only agreed to come to the world above because you did not laugh at his story.
You mean it can be good to be without humor? Then, all these centuries I have been worried about nothing? That is funny, Your Imperial Majesty.
Your Majesty, given my behavior, I would certainly be willing to accept a slight demotion.
Lord Confucius, I knew you would understand. And you would perform your new duties as manager of the Imperial outhouses. As for the 5 traditional masters, for their crimes, they shall remain here. Where they will be transformed into earthworms, so their souls may spend the next 5,000 years reincarnating through the cycles of karma.
Your Majesty. May I do the honors?
Goddess, take your best shot.
You can't do this to me! You travesty of a goddess! You liberal!
Yes, I can.
Do not worry, scholar, about the destruction in your world. Soon, all will be restored by our decree.
Your Majesty, hear me out.
Goddess. So, how long until I get a real date? 5, 6 incarnations?
Not so long, my love. Not nearly so long.
So I'll wait.
Yes.
So I'll wait.
I was beginning to think you were never coming back.
I had some unfinished business to take care of. I'd like to study Chinese poetry here at the university.
I never caught your name, Mr.
Orton. Nicholas Orton.
Somehow I suspect that we will never be bored with you around, Mr. Orton.
沈教授
At last, Professor Zhao.
你好
The Monkey King scholar.
Professor, this is Mr. Orton, the American who brought us the manuscript.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were, a woman.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Orton. It is not every day some American appears from nowhere, bearing gifts, like a scholar from above.
Goddess.
That is very flattering. I'm just a simple teacher, Professor Zhao from Shanghai University. Have we met before?
Maybe. In another life. So I might never get rich, buy my own jet, or even maintain a stock portfolio. But when I look in her eyes, I know that none of these things really matter. And I'll bet Monkey and his brothers are off on their next big adventure. After all, one thing they'll never learn is how to stay out of trouble.